Hi, and welcome back, guys and girls, to another episode of Land to Sea Adventures. In this, our 9th episode, we will be cruising west out of Esperance to the beautiful Cape Le Grand National Park. Most famous for its stunning beaches such as the Cape Le Grand Beach and Lucky Bay, where you can sunbake with the local kangaroos and even the odd emu, this national park has something to offer for just about everyone. You can access the park from two entrances. The first would probably be the most common, being that it's via the bitumen. If you're coming from Esperance, this is a 45k drive which will take you just under an hour to reach the park boundary. The second is via the beach. For this you'll need a 4-wheel drive and an air compressor, as the sand can get very soft in places. Joining the beach at the end of Wiley Bay Road, which is just 15 to 20 minutes outside of Esperance, you will need to drop your tyre pressures to ensure that you don't get bogged on this epic 22k beach drive. With the exception to the drive out to Dunrocks near Rossiter Bay and driving on the other beaches in the park, all the other attractions and adventures like Hellfire Bay and the Whistling Rocks near Thistle Cove are accessible by 2-wheel drive. Having scoped out most of the areas on the way in, it was now time to set up camp for the night. We had chosen to stay at Lucky Bay as we had heard that there had been developments made recently which were well worth a look. Both Cape Le Grand and Lucky Bay campgrounds are $10 per night per person. But don't forget that as they are located in the national park, there is also an entry fee to pay. For further prices and info, you can hit the link for the National Park's website in the comments below. We had hoped to launch the tinny from Lucky Bay Beach and head out for a fish, but with the weather having rolled in overnight, this was not possible. However, this didn't stop us from taking to our toes and heading out for a bit of an adventure on one of the walks mapped out for visitors, known as Frenchmans Peak.
What are we off to, walking Frenchmans Peak, eh?
Off up to the top, that's right mate,
Yeah.
all the way around. The walk does seem to take you all the way around the long way, but probably can't see from here, but the view's going to be absolutely spectacular. Well maintained little footpath here, keeping us off of the sandy base. There's been a lot of rain around here recently, so
Be careful for the snakes. They live under these sort of bridges.
that's right.
Come out and attack it at any time.
Could just have a quick nibble on your ankles.
They won't eat too much though, a snake. They just come and bite and then leave you alone, so it's nothing to worry about really.
That's the end of the walkway. I guess we now follow these little markers across the rock. One there,
Another one up there, spotted.
Tracker Man Gem, it's all over it obviously. It's not his first barbecue this. So he's
Probably won't be my last, I don't think either. So,
heading out across these rocks here. Let's see how we go. Almost at the summit now. Coming across our first cave. Oh, little lizards everywhere. Wow. Would you have a look at this? What an epic view. It should be noted that the climb from the car park to the cave is very steep, and so a sturdy set of footwear and ample water is a must. Don't let this deter you though, as the uninterrupted views that are available from both in and outside the cave are nothing short of breathtaking. Even on an overcast day like today, you can see for mile upon mile in every direction. At this point, Jem had gone ahead to take his rightful place as king of the castle. There he is, on top of the world. Sadly though, as I neared the top, so it started to rain, and so he took shelter in the enormous cave. Frenchmans Peak, like many of the islands that are visible from its summit, began forming 1200 million years ago. These granite boulders were born as huge masses of molten rock deep within the Earth's crust, where it cooled slowly and solidified into large crystals of mostly quartz and feldspar. Over the eons that followed, rains, rivers and glaciers gradually wore away the covering material to reveal the giant domes of granite. Then, 40 million years ago, when the sea level was at least 250 metres above its present level, waves would relentlessly pound the summit of Frenchman's Peak, slowly carving into it the tunnels and caves that you can now walk in today. With such an epically long history behind the forming of this cave, it's of no wonder that while sitting inside it and taking in the view, it feels like time has frozen. But don't just take our word for it. Get out here and take this and the rest of Cape Le Grand National Park in for yourself. You won't regret it. Like and share our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to ensure you don't miss out on what could be your next adventure. In our next episode, Jem and I try a hand at golf while en route to the Airbird Observatory and some of the most remote camping to date. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.